bingo card too.
Top 5.
Before we get out of here, bro, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, because I don't know if it's, well, obviously it's not. It's Libra season now, but you just had your birthday, and right after that, I didn't even go on social media that day because I just could. I knew you was going to post, and I couldn't. But Tiara's birthday just passed as well, so we got to send a happy heavenly birthday to Tiara.
My going away day as well. My going away day also the 28th, I think.
Yeah, like a week after. Was it a week after her birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did the first episode of Uncle Big Rants. We spoke that the night before she passed. I recorded that night, that Sunday. I was watching the Heat game while I was recording. We was talking about the Heat game, and actually, yeah, they went to the finals that year too.
Yep, she was a big
We was talking about all of that shit, and then she was like, "I can't wait to see the first episode." That's why I didn't put the first. I recorded it that night. I didn't put it out for a few weeks because after that I couldn't. I was so fucked up. But I would rather talk about the dope time with T, man, with Miss T, and I feel like you actually blend closer to her than I was, knowing her more intimately. Like, just speak to her character, because I was talking about her the other day.
Well, life is crazy.
I said, talking to Tiara, talking to her, so she was that friend that could make you feel good and highlight your strong points in dark times. And that's what meant so much to me.
It was life is crazy because me and Tiara went to grade school together for like I started kindergarten, she was a year older than me. And we didn't really talk much because she's a year older than me. So we became Facebook friends after, of course, years later. And then me being a Joe Budden podcast fan, she was a Joe Budden podcast fan.
Joe Budden linked us all. That's crazy.
Yeah, she added me to the Joe Budden podcast group, like right at the time when like y'all was like it was some implosion happening.
We was going through that. We was going through that thing.
Some kids were getting kidnapped and shit. Like it was some shit going on. I'm like, all right, what is this group?
We had smoke.
Yeah,
they didn't know. They didn't know that we was with all the shit.
And when I first got in the group, I hated Vic. Like Vic was like just trolling me. Like Vic would. It was you and what's the other boy, Mike Gibbs. Y'all was on my ass. Like, all right, y'all on some bullshit with me. Like, all right, and like Tiara, like, oh, Vic good, Vic's great. We're my best friends. Okay, all right. And
that's after that, man. I love her.
And after a while, me and her became like cool and more cool, and kicking it outside of online and shit. And she started making edibles and shit. And we was on the phone every day damn near, like for a good year and some change after that. And yeah. And then,
I definitely want to, and we'll talk about that more off camera, but
yeah,
because I feel like I'm gonna be, after I get all my stuff together, because I am in the middle of like planning a move to move out of Ohio and go back to Michigan. But
that's dope.
I would like to actually like link up, like find her kids, try to like really do something for her, like start making her birthday a thing, man, like celebrating her, because like she deserves it. This show wouldn't even exist without her.
Because those that don't know, like after the Joe Budden podcast group y'all had going, like it was a split, and then the idea of BKC happening came up, and like she reached out like, "Hey, we want to include you in this." I'm like, "Hell yeah!" Because I was starting a podcast at that time. It was like, this is fire, and Harris was doing his podcast.
And still together,
like real shit. Like shout out to Harris, shout out to Pinky, and like it was just it was amazing. Like she was really the soul tie to a lot of that shit. Like all of us,
and it ain't been the same since she's been gone.
It really hasn't. I really wish she was around when we was doing the clubhouse shit, like, and like so much shit that she could have been involved with that would have been amazing, I think.
But I'm so glad, and I said I'm gonna go back to it and watch it soon, but it'd be hard for me to watch. I am so glad that you actually got her down and got a full interview.
I have never watched it since she passed. I've not watched it at all since she passed.
I think I haven't either. I'll say I'm gonna sit down and watch it one day because because it's like her energy is still around because her Twitter page still retweets her Zodiac stuff.
Yeah, it should be.
So it's like she's still. Yeah. I'll be going crazy some days when I get on Twitter and she be popping in my timeline. And
if you had a daughter post on Instagram every once in a while, it's bugging me out.
Yeah, and you have her full, just like a full well-rounded interview with her, man. And I said I'm gonna go back and watch it again, but I'm so glad you have that because we got something where we can permanently hear her voice and feel her energy and hear her laugh. I'm so glad you did that, bro.
Yeah, it was important. I feel like, cause like we was doing the BKC highlights and like I gotta get you Tiara. It's because of you that we're here. You the mother of BKC. We call her that. So he's like,
Big
yeah.
fan.
So yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Tiara forever. In all ways,
Yes,
man.
yeah. Happy heavenly birthday, Queen.
Happy birthday. Absolutely. Shout out to Virgo.
This kind of gave me some chill in my hair standing up.
Yeah, man. It's just crazy. It's crazy. September's a wild month for me, for sure. And she's a big part of that month. Yeah, man. Yeah. For sure. But man, what way to cap it off, man? Talk about TT, man. Long live. And we have a lot of work to do as far as listening to music going forward. A lot of music that needs to be listened to.